Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you guys? Where are you now? Has anyone moved around since the last time we spoke? Are you in a different part of the country? Are you extending the way you can gradually move out of lockdown? How far are you going now? How far are you willing to travel without being arrested? Where are you at? Let me know where you are. How are you all this morning? Are you doing well? Is everybody good? I had a lovely walk this morning. Did any of you catch my little Facebook Live announcement? Just let me know if you did. And if any of you following me on Periscope, would you just let me know? I'd love to know, because otherwise I'm talking into the clouds. How are you guys? How is everyone this morning? All okay? Sean's here. Good morning. The rain has stopped. It's a wonderful day. May there be many more. Indeed. Absolutely. That's exactly what we want to do. Good morning, Justine. How are you doing? On my way to where? To Kildare, to volunteer now, soon. Excellent. What are you volunteering? What are you going to be doing? Aha, Horizon is in a different part of the house. How very, very exciting. Good morning, Brian. How are you guys? Morning, Eamon. How are you doing? Welcome. Let's kick this party going, boy. Let's kick some ass. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Indra says, what, you can talk into the clouds like we won't judge. Yeah, no, exactly. I have faced judgment all my entire life, as I'm sure you all have. We all do. This is great. So Sean says, thank you very much. You missed the Facebook Live, absolutely, but didn't know about Periscope. Yeah, it's one of those things. I started just checking it out the other day. Are any of you guys on it? Do you do it? Are there any Periscopians? Is that what you call yourself? Yes, I am a Periscopian, Commander. I am Spartacus. Does anyone use Periscope? I went on there the other day and I realized over 100 people have been following me now. That's pretty cool. I was excited by that. So maybe some of them will be on here today. So, and good morning. Good morning, Melissa. Saw your Periscope, loving the weather. Did it come out okay? Because I'm a little bit sort of strange when it comes to Periscope. I feel I'm submerged and I'm gradually coming out into the world. I know not an awful lot about Periscope. Mandy, good morning. You went for an early walk. Here's a heat wave. Oh yeah, watching this with your cat. Oh, I'm so glad about that. The more animals, the better. I think we bring our spirit animals with us. It's a very good thing to do. And who knows, maybe the cat will have something to teach us all about goal setting and our mission, because that's what we're going to look at today. Justine is out on her way to Kildare, an animal sanctuary, a chicken rescue today. Justine, have you met Sean? I think Justine and Sean just have to get together. It seems like this is a marriage made in heaven. Morning, says Indra. And Andrea says, in beautiful South Wales, the sun is shining. Got different rules, still can't go far, but it's stunning. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Excellent, excellent. So there you go. And Andrea's very good on animals as well. I seem to be attracting a lot of farming folk. This is very interesting. I thought this was a channel for actors. Who knew? Did you know I can do an impression of a sheep? Would you like to hear my impression of a sheep? That's the lamb. What do you think? What do you think? Not bad, huh? Not bad. So my hens came from Little Hill. The hens came over the little hill. It sounds like a poem. We could sort that one. Your cat's mission is what? Is to kill you. Oh, okay. Well, you can try and stop them if you like. We need you here. So this is a little... Good morning, Cameron. How are you doing? This is a story that I told on the Facebook Live, and I think it's one that I actually beginning to remember that it happened years ago to me. One of the first things that I listened to when I was getting involved in the whole NLP thing and thinking about, using your brain in a different way. Oh, I'll tell you a story. This morning I was chatting to my lovely wife. It's my lovely wife's birthday today, so we're all very excited. And one of the things I bought myself, actually, about a week ago, was a knife sharpener. Now, a knife sharpener seems like, what on earth has this got to do with acting? But it's a tiny little one like this. It's small, and it's got a little rubber plunger on it. And what it does, you put it on the table, and it goes, absolutely. like that, really solid, okay? That's what happens. And then you can just sharpen your knives. And the difference when you have a sharp knife in your toolbox is extraordinary. Everything you use the knife for now works easier, quicker. Slicing through bananas, slicing through whatever, slicing the fins off fish, slicing. This one little thing has changed our entire aspect of the way we look at things. Right? This is what I want to suggest to you. This whole idea of the NLP stuff and everything, oh, it seems like it's an awful lot to... No, if you find something that works for you, stick with that one thing that's making the difference. Thank you, Seamus. I'll certainly pass that on. Absolutely will pass that on. Thank you, Indra. You too. Email. Don't think I have, Brian. Send me again. Do send it again. Don't think I have, Brian. Sorry about that. Now, yes, nice one, Nick. You love animals too. Yes, unconditional. They are. It's absolutely true. They really are. So, the idea of choosing one thing, if you find that all the stuff that we're doing, if you find the training that we're doing, you think, yeah, I really love like say like last on Monday when we did the dream sequences where we were looking into, utilizing your heroes around the table. If you find that is absolutely wonderful and that really works for you, then do that more often. Multiply all the things that you possibly can that work for you. When you feel great, multiply them. Those of you who are members of the Action Club, you'll know that my little X minus plus exercise changes everything. For those of you who want a brief outline on that, when you multiply, the X is for multiplication. When you multiply the things you love doing, you end up creating more of what you love. That's just the way the universe works. If there's something you're not so keen on, you can minus it, erase it, change it. Or maybe there's a skill you need to add, the plus sign. Get the idea? It's a really simple way of making massive choices that make simple tweaks to everything you do. When you make these tiny little incremental changes, like on the Kaizen planner, that's when big things happen. So little steps lead to ginormous leaps. So following on from this here, I'm just going to have a little drop of coffee. Thank you all for the wonderful wishes. I'll pass them all on, absolutely. That's my dear Lisanne. And those of you who don't know her, go and follow her. She's fantastic. She's a wonderful coach. She coaches women. Any women out there? Go and check her. She's brilliant. She sorts me out. Do you think, what would it be like living with me? Do you know what I mean? Can you imagine? So anyway, there you go. So this is a story I heard probably about 10 years ago. And it's all about goals. So just begin to think of some of the goals that you've been looking at. Some of the ones that you've been thinking, yeah, that's what I want. Okay? Focus on that. This is the story of the bricklayer. Now, if a bricklayer who was building St. Peter's Cathedral in the Vatican hundreds of years ago, was asked, what are you doing? He might have said, I'm laying bricks, building a wall, just doing my job. That's one person, a person with a particular goal. Or he might have said, I'm building one of the world's great cathedrals, a building that will stand for centuries as a monument to what human beings can achieve with the inspiration of God. Now that's a person with a mission. A mission isn't something you force on yourself. It's something you make up. It starts to happen. It starts to build inside of you. And you might be even aware of that now. I'm going to pass all these on. Thank you, Katie. Absolutely, definitely pass it on. By the way, I don't think we can call her Mrs. Dunning. She likes to be called Lisanne McLaughlin. But that's very thoughtful. But do check her out. Any of you women need a great coach, I totally recommend her. She's Absolutely brilliant. Thank you, Andrea. Absolutely. We'll pass this all on. So now we're going to look into how we start to discover our mission. We're going to look into finding out what it is that our life's passion is. Now, you probably know that what you love to do is acting. You know that it's communicating in some way. You know that it's storytelling. You know that it's something that you would love to do without having to. Well, it's something you'd love to do so much that you'd even pay to do it. And in fact, these days, we might have to. That's looking that way, isn't it, slightly? So that's what we're going to be looking into today. If you're not sure of where it is that your mission lies or where this bigger, grander vision could be in your life, start to look at the people that you connect with, the people you feel inspired by, the people you follow, the people you connect with, your heroes. Give me some of your heroes. Who are some of your heroes that you connect with? Male, female, they can be imaginary. This can be, like we were saying, this is all about activating your unconscious. And your unconscious loves dreams. Your unconscious loves metaphors. Your unconscious loves superheroes. Whatever it is that you find, just let me know in the comments. Who are the kind of people that you follow? Who do you admire? Who do you look up to? And focus on those people. They may have similar interests. They may have similar desires to you. I know some of mine, just to share with you, Ian Holm, as you know, who sadly passed away last week, one of my great, great heroes, absolute mentor to me, absolutely fantastic. Marina Diamandis, absolutely. I have a feeling she might be related to you, Indra. I have a feeling. What do you think? So Ian Holm absolutely was one of mine. Harold Pinter for writing David Mamet, absolutely. These are people that have inspired me and pulled me forward all the time. Wonderful actors, Pacino, McKellen, Meryl Streep. These are all great, great actors who I really admire. Sean Penn, who I really feel connected to. Poets like Seamus Heaney, James Joyce. These wonderful kind of poems. Yeah, Rufus Sewell, Sandra Bullock, Emma Stone, Anthony Hopkins. How fantastic. These are the people that you go towards, right? You find that connection. They're pulling you in a particular way. See them in the screen of your mind's eye. Feel the excitement you tapped into. Eamon says Angela Lansbury, Ben Whishaw, Cillian Murphy, Jack McGowan. Absolutely. These are all the people who really make a difference to our lives. Al Pacino, Bobby De Niro, David Tennant, Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, Caroline Flack, absolutely. Who else, guys? Some of the women. Where are the women? Why is it all the guys? I know Katie did. Who else? Come on. Let's have some women, some fabulous women. Who are the fabulous women who inspire you? Yeah? Now, what we're going to do now is re-examine some of your deepest values and principles. And I'm going to play a little bit of my lovely music. Julie Walters, absolutely. I worked with her. She's wonderful. Dawn French, Shirley Henderson, absolutely. Tom Hardy. You see all these people are beginning to kind of like pop into your mind. Frances Barber, Judi Dench, absolutely. Jacinda Ardern, absolutely. Who wouldn't have her? Frances McDormand, absolutely. Okay, these are amazing people that you look up to and connect with. Phoebe Waller-Bridge, absolutely, definitely. Oh, she's extraordinary. Adore Fleabag, what a show. Oh my God. Viola Davis, absolutely. Have you seen what is it called? How to Murder? What's that called? That's really good. She's great in that. Shakespeare, definitely. Yeats, Frances McDormand, Jane Austen. Think of all you can use historical figures too. The more you connect with these ideas, the more you read biographies, the more you learn about these people, the more you follow them. You'll follow their tips and tricks and hints. The more you understand, you connect with something that's going on inside of you. So look at the goals that you're pursuing now in relation to acting particularly. You can use this for anything else, of course, but we're focusing primarily on acting. But we'll notice how things connect at a deeper level, as you probably know they do. Now, you've thought about these a lot before. Pick the most important ones that come to mind. These goals are your specific desired future. Maybe pick like 3 of them. Yeah, John Donne. Oh, yes. Catch a Falling Star. Yeah, absolutely. Kate Winslet. Imelda Staunton. I went to drama school with her. Tilda Swinton. Own a Woman. Own a Woman? Who's Own a Woman? I don't know. Who's she? But all these... Oh, Amelia Earhart. Absolutely. Interesting. Women who can fly. Women who are flying can lead other people. What if you started to step into that possibility yourself? So, in whatever way you find enjoyable, hold these goals in mind. We're going to determine your values and your principles. Oh, Wonder Woman. Ah, yes, absolutely. Ah, I know exactly what you mean. Wasn't she fantastic? I loved that. She was great in that movie. Pete Postlethwaite, yeah, definitely. Take each particular goal in turn. You want to have about 3 goals now, maybe 5, but you must have 3. Pick those 3. Maybe it's going to be about stage, film and television. Maybe it's about movies, self-taping and agents, whatever it is. Bring those to mind right now. Take each particular goal in turn and see it, hear it, and experience it, that it is a goal that you own. When you've done that, I'll just give you a minute to do that with each goal. When you've done that, ask yourself with each one, what do I value about this specific goal? If the goal is to travel, the answer might be learning. If the goal is to be on Emmerdale Farm, the goal might be freedom. It might be self-expression. If your goal is to work with Meryl Streep, Brian, your goal might be connection. But only you will know. Yeah, Luke has written in here, absolutely Luke. Sean Bean, Dan Day-Lewis, Helen Mirren, Robert Taylor, love Robert Taylor, and Elizabeth Taylor. Absolutely. The more you can connect with those from the past as well as the present, the greater an understanding your unconscious will have. Now, the answer that you choose for each goal may be one value, like freedom, or it might be a couple of values like problem solving or wondrous excitement. Whatever you choose, here are a few ideas for you of values so that you can think which are yours. Pick the one that you resonate with. Aliveness, beauty, caring, challenge, courage, dignity, elegance, excitement, fairness, freedom, fun, happiness, harmony, humor, learning, love, making the world a better place, perseverance, solving problems, stimulating change, truth, uniqueness, vitality, wisdom, zest. You get the idea. Let your mind just dream and mull and focus as you look at each of those 3 goals. Now we're going to list your values. Go through the goals that you've been holding in mind and ask the question, what do I value about this goal? And make yourself a little list. Justine says dignity and empathy. Absolutely. Really powerful goals to have with a deeper values. So just write each goal with each value that is attached. Again, there might be 2 values attached to each one. All is okay. So let's say it's to be on, I was going to say Game of Thrones, but the next Netflix blockbuster. My goal might be to be on that particular show. My value might be challenge, excitement, passion, power. Right? Keep going till you've done all 3. And when you've finished, you can come back and go over this again, guys. You remember that? There's no rush. When you've finished, you will have a list of the deep values and or even principles like dignity and empathy. Now ask yourself, what is important as you look at all 3 goals and all 3 of those values or those value statements? Let's say beauty, challenge and courage. Okay, as an example. Ask yourself, what is important to me about all these values? How do these values begin to connect and merge and meld together right now in your mind's eye? The answer that comes to mind will be a value that is even more important. Knowing your important, deep values is a crucial aspect of self-understanding and self-knowledge. Realize how your values have been motivating you, your achievements, and your every action. And write down the name of your deepest value or principle. Write down these values and principles for future reference. The next step is to discover how your interests and your deep values connect into and form your mission. Begin to see a grand, whole, meaningful image of what purpose you could dedicate your life to. This will be formed from your interests, your values, and your present goals. Really allow yourself to play. Begin to play with the images that you see, which represent some kind of direction that you want to take now, out into the world. As you get a sense of what your mission can be, See various snapshots of yourself doing what you love to do. Snapshots of your abilities. And notice them. Now focus on your heroes and heroines. Take a look at what your favorite heroes or heroines do. See yourself doing the things that give you the same feeling that you get when you think that you're done. See snapshots of the person you want to become. Any images that you don't like can fade away, off into the past, way down the end of your timeline, and gone for good now, behind you, off into the past, forever. See yourself the way you want to be, doing the things you love to do. Whatever you choose to put on the screen, you can become the Spielberg, you're the director. See the images that you feel passionate about. You can play with the images in front of you. Pretend that you're in the middle of an inner three-dimensional movie theatre. It's a place where you can see and hear and feel with great fidelity, great finesse, great accuracy. And notice how much you can see, letting the wisdom from within guide the visual display that you see in front of you right now. Visualize it, feel it, enjoy it. The images are often close up and in full, vibrant, three-dimensional, IMAX size, color. See yourself living out a scenario that gives you tingles in your spine. Feel that excitement buzzing up and down your spine, all the way up and down. Zzz. You can zoom in on that glorious, fun-filled, exciting future that you see. It allows you to do what you love to do and accomplish what you believe. And as you do, recall your deep values that we worked on before. List your deep values again as you watch your mission scenario. Notice how your values and your images can fit together with remarkable consistency. Ask your inner wisdom, your higher powers, or God if that's who you choose. Whatever you think of as your higher power. Ask your inner wisdom to guide your grand vision. This vision is going to be more of a discovery than a creation. It's a process that you can enjoy. Take the time now to see and ask, and it will come and develop more and more in the days and the weeks and the months ahead. See some more images now. See some time going by. Imagine that you can see various bright, radiant, up close, colourful images of what it is that you could create in your life. They can begin going in a certain direction, coalescing and melding and merging, representing many of your current goals, some of the things that you really want at your deepest level. See them develop into a kind of grand visionary collection of images that represents your purpose and your mission. Begin to feel that tingling in your spine and your heart opening up to possibilities. Your solar plexus kicking into gear, your stomach connecting, your head opening your throat, speaking your truth out into the world. Your mind is calm and cool and clear as you allow yourself to develop more and more images in the days and the weeks and the months ahead. As you sleep deeply tonight, these will begin to whisper to you. And all your heroes that we brought on board last week on Monday will begin to connect as well to your unconscious. Take whatever you time to do this, whatever time that you need. It might take you longer. And if you want to go over this again, grab yourself a flask of tea, go into the hills, take the recording of this, do it again. Do it by the lakes, by a sea, somewhere out in nature. Do this more and more often. And write it down, what you see, what you hear, what you feel. These images that are coming up into your mind now are so attractive. You have some glimpses of what your mission is. Now you can begin to go and develop it more fully. Ask the visionary inside of you to grant you the gift of this grand vision. Give yourself the permission to achieve this, the permission stamp to achieve this. I give you permission to achieve this. Give yourself permission to achieve this right now. Now, keep writing if you've got stuff down there. Keep it going, keep it flowing. And in a minute or two, we're going to come out of this. I'll just give you a few minutes. Very good. Great. Great. So allow yourself to come back slowly and easily back into the room. Back into the room. Back into the room. Good morning. Yeah. How was that? How did that go for you guys? Have a bit of a stretch if you need. Start to open up the channels more and more. Becoming more awake now. Yes. How was that going for you? Can you begin to see how you can utilize the dreams that you have, the other people that you connect to, the values beginning to connect together? All these goals connecting together. This is at the conscious level, because when you can get an understanding that your conscious mind can understand this, then your unconscious can go ahead and create this grand vision for yourself now. How was that for you guys? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what's going on. How was that, baby? How did that work for you? I think it could be time for, yes, it could, the bicycle horn. Oh. Where's it gone? Oh. My thing's good. Can you still see me okay? My picture's just disappeared. Where's it gone? Can you see me, guys, okay? Can somebody just let me know? Can you still hear me and see me? That's great, Mandy. Fantastic. 10 feet taller. Absolutely. Oh, there it is. It's hiding. There. Felt 10 feet taller in a dignified way. Wonderful. Beautiful start today. We'll listen later. Good idea. Keeping yourself from going forward. That's what you want to look at. Find those things. Let those images disappear. Let those images disappear. Amen. Unhook yourself from something there. And Christine from Vienna says, somehow touched and moved. Very powerful. Absolutely. You see, what we're doing is connecting to a deeper part of yourself. When you connect from this level, when you have this level of connection, what you can do is the goals start to make more sense. You start to feel much more connected. You start to feel much more engaged and activated by everything. So that, you know, when you think, I've got a self-tape, you go, great, this is an opportunity for me to express my vision. Right? This is an opportunity for me to connect at the unconscious level with my bigger goals, what I value most in life, communication, connection, being a storyteller, whatever it is for you. When you connect to that, all your fears, all your worries disappear. They just fade away. No worries, no worries. We all get internet problems, no worries. Don't forget, there'll be a recording of this, no problem. You will be able to have a recording of this in the YouTube. It'll be locked in there for you later. Okay? So, you know, these are the kind of things. Did anyone have any questions? Anyone have any difficulties? Anyone have any trouble with that? Left me feeling quite emotional. Yes. You want to do it now? Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. That's kind of some of the stuff we can talk about, Arlene. We can talk about that. Okay? We can find ways to engage you, to connect you more deeply with your passion. When you come from this place, excuse me, when you come from here, can you begin to imagine how everything else just seems like, who gives a shit? What am I worried about all this crap for? When you stay focused on your mission, who you are, why you are here on this planet, everything else just fades into the distance. Melissa says she feels a really good balance of being relaxed and excited. Yes. Yes, there are challenges, but I'm not intimidated. Colourful snapshots, open, powerful. You begin to see them more. And the more you do this work, Melissa, the more you connect to these dreams, the more you connect to this bigger vision, this bigger purpose, all of the other stuff that has worried you and troubled you will seem so insignificant. In fact, Eamon, you're just mentioning it there that you were getting in your own way. Take this image of yourself getting in your own way. Just imagine that there, right here, right now. The big image that you see of Eamon, stopping Eamon, doing things. Okay? Have you got that? And this works for everybody. You can all choose this, okay? Choose the big part of you, the image. You can see a huge image of yourself, the part of you that stops you, okay? The part of you that's holding you back. Focus on that part. Connect to that part. First step, connect with that part and say, thank you for communicating with me. Thank you for sharing this image with me. I appreciate what you're doing. Thank you. I respect you. I hear you. And I love you. Ask that part now if that part will be willing to come up with 3 new ideas to help you. But first, ask that part What is your positive intention for me right here, right now? Notice the word positive. So all of these parts of you that you call negative, getting in the way, are actually positive parts of you when you reframe them as such. So connect to the part of you that's blocking you, the part of you that's holding you back, and connect deeply at the unconscious level. Ask, what is your positive intention for me? And listen to what your unconscious gives you. What are some of your positive intentions that these parts were giving you? Write them in the comments. Let me know. What are some of the positive intentions that these so-called negative parts really have for you? What are your positive intentions? Might be to keep you safe. Might be to make you successful. It might be to give you what you want. And ask yourself, for what purpose? And as you begin to connect to that, we can ask your unconscious to go ahead and create 3 new ways, using the creative part of yourself, to go ahead and create 3 new ways that your unconscious can begin to imagine successfully achieving the same goal in a new way. That's what your unconscious is going on now and working at the unconscious level. There it is. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So Eamon, it doesn't want to see you fail. What's the positive intention? Remember, don't want is negative. What does it want? This part wants you to succeed, does it not? You can probably get some buy-in when you ask that question. I want to keep you safe. Yes. For what purpose? So that you can be successful, to be a good positive energy and have positive outcomes in all my demeanors, in all my endeavors. Brian, you already have that. You have that already. So Eamon, when you focus on that this part of you wants to help you to succeed, for what purpose? For what purpose? And when you answer those questions, then you will find more of your values coming to the surface, and you'll connect these more and more deeply at the unconscious level. Protection from public criticism, harsh reviews. Protection. But what's the positive there? Horizon. What's the positive there? I remember Horizon, that's not your name, I know it's not. But what you've written there, you see, you want to reframe this. If it's from harsh reviews, it's protecting you, it's keeping you safe from harsh reviews. For what purpose? Yeah, to be successful. Absolutely, says Eamon. To protect you. Exactly. So can you really enjoy this more? This is a game changer. This will change your life. When you redirect the ship in this different way, you change the world. That is what happens. But when you focus on the positive intention and you allow all the negative ideas to just disappear, now this is not Pollyanna, right? We're not doing, oh, I never ever hear anything nasty in the world. Oh no, I only focus on positivity and affirmations. We're not doing that, right? This is not about that. This is about choice. This is about reframing and re-understanding to be happier. There you go. Look at that. So happiness is a big value for you, Eamon. So allow yourself to be even more happier out in the world. Melissa, when you're protecting, this part of you is protecting you for what purpose? To keep you safe so that you can what? Be more what? Can you begin to see how we may have misinterpreted what's going on in our lives? Yeah? Okay. So we're going to dive a little bit deeper on Friday into this. Yeah, shift in perspective. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. So on Friday, we'll go a little bit deeper into this, and I want to announce we're going to be doing the masterclass. It's actually coming. I actually have a date. Where have I put it down? I think, have I written it down? It's going to be the 30th. That's when we're going to do the masterclass. And it's going to be, now I was going to ask you guys, what time of day suits you best? I was going to say 7 o'clock in the evening or 6 o'clock in the evening, because it's about 3 hours. So should we say 6 o'clock? Does that sound good? Is that a good time for you guys? That's 6 o'clock on Tuesday the 30th. Does that sound good? Because I like to make sure that I'm, it works for you guys. Let me know if you're interested in that. This is my 3-hour masterclass. I'm going to be taking you through 3 essential kind of like ways of, it's just basically the way I work, and it's going to take you through that. The first thing we're going to look at is scripts and how you look at scripts, how you delve into those, how we break down scripts historically, how we break them down into structures, how we look at scenes, how we look at sequences, absolutely that kind of thing. So that could work really well. And what the second part I'm going to look at is how I work on set, how you work with casting directors, how you work with directors, other actors, first assistants, sound recordists, makeup artists, everybody like that. And the third part of it, the last hour, what I'm going to be doing is going to take you through exactly how it is that I prepare for my role as Sir Thomas Boleyn in The Tudors. Now that's going to will give you a whole new insight into the way that we look at this stuff. This is kind of like up-leveling, I hope, and I think you'll find a lot of it really, really easy to do. Oh, live want to get to bed. 6 o'clock. What about 5 o'clock? How about 5 o'clock, Arlene? Does that work better? 5 o'clock for anyone? Is that all okay? 5, so that would be 5 till 8. Does that work? Let me know, guys. And if we do that, I can change the day, the time, no problem. Or we can go a bit earlier. I mean, whenever. I'd just love you guys to, I'd like you to all to come, and it would be brilliant. And I'll send out the emails and all of that. So shall we say 5 o'clock? 5 o'clock. Just give me a hands up if that's what you want to do. Sounds good. 5 p.m. Great. 5 p.m. There you go. Does that work for Arlene? 5 is okay for Justine. Excellent. Arlene, just let me know if that's better. 5 is better, says Indra. Great. Sean will make anything work as long as there are no chickens running around. You'll be fine. Good. Anyone else? That's okay. Everyone else? Please. Great. 5 o'clock. That's what it is. Super duper. I'm just going to change that right now. Now, this is going to be like a 3-hour thing. We're going to take you through the whole thing. The masterclass is not free, Indra. No, it's not. But what it is, it's going to be €97. That's it for 3 hours. Now, usually, to be honest, I charge 150 an hour for my, one-on-one coaching. So that would be 450 value. But what we're going to do now is I thought if I can bring it down to 97, that gives you 3 hours of a really sort of concentrated, really powerful thing. And here's the bonus. I'm going to give you a bonus. You can each bring a friend included. How about that? So you can split it. Okay? That seems to me to be a fair way of doing things. So hopefully we'll get lots of people coming, and that would be great. So it'll be €97 for 3 hours, concentrated, taking you through my particular process and the way that I work things through like this. You'll learn all about Thomas Boleyn and the Tudors, how we set that up. You'll learn all about how I approach shows. You'll learn exactly how to work with other people. I'll send out an email. No worry about that, Sean. That'll all be coming soon. I'll send you that too. Does that sound like good value? So €97 for 3 hours, plus you can bring a friend. I hope that sounds great. So, then you can do it together. And we might even do, because now on Zoom, what I can do breakout rooms. So we might be able to go off and you might be able to sort of, do bits and pieces together, things like that. We'll see. We'll see how that all works out. So that's what it is. The masterclass is on at 5 p.m. So Arlene can get children to bed and everyone else is all sorted. It will be via Zoom. It will be. And we'll figure that all out in the days and the weeks and the months ahead. 5 p.m., 30th of June. Take care. All the best, guys. God bless. See you soon. Bye now. See you Friday, 10:45. Bye.